Okay, this is Betsy, MMM Global 100 Manager. Tonight I'm going to make a video here about how to figure out the value for your Bitcoin after you purchase them at Bitquick. I'm doing this to help you all start buying your own Bitcoin because I've been doing a lot of this and it does take a lot of time, and I don't really want you being dependent upon me. I want you to learn how to do this for yourself and for your own team. So I'm going to kind of read this to you, and maybe it will be simpler if I read it to you than if you just read it. And after I read it to you, I'm going to show you how to set up a Bitquick and walk you through the rest of it. Okay, so first of all, you're going to decide how much do you want to spend totally. And what you're going to be doing is considering also how much do you want to be able to provide help for. So, for example, if you want to provide help for $1,000, you want to have more than $1,000 in your wallet, because that value, even once you get it to Coinbase, is going to go up and down. And we've seen even a $40 increase over a couple of days. But you don't have to always plan for that much. Usually somebody has some in their wallets that you can buy on a short notice. So always give yourself some leeway in your Coinbase wallet for the fluctuation of value during the process of providing help to each of the matches the system provides for you. So you set up your provide help, and sometimes immediately the system will give you the first or all of the people that you're going to be sending money to. So the next thing is you subtract the 2% fee that Bitquick charges from the amount you have decided to spend. So if you're going to do $1,000, for example, 2% of that is $2, right? And again, I'm not a math whiz, so if I get something wrong here, just feel free to laugh and correct me. But it could be $20. I don't know. $2, $20. I'm sorry, whichever it is. And then you go to Coinbase to find out what the current value per Bitcoin is. So for example, when you go to Coinbase right here, right now the value is $436.62. All right, so you come back here and this one, sorry, document 2. Okay, so you find out what the current value at Coinbase is. Then you go to Bitquick and you begin the order. You select, I'm going to go there. So I'm going to go back to this screen here. This is on the front page if you scroll down. So you see here that you've got different banks that are available. Bank of America, any local credit union, SunTrust, Wells Fargo, Capital One. Some of these which I don't recognize: TD, PNC, Navy, Federal Credit Union, Capital One, Key Bank, SunTrust, Bank of America. All right, now when it says any local credit union, that's what's called a shared credit union. You want to call ahead to make sure that the credit union you have in mind is what's called a shared credit union. That's somebody who they can take deposits for any credit union, so just call ahead. Now, you're going to look back at this whole schedule here, and this column here is the amount per Bitcoin, okay? Per Bitcoin. This is how much Bitcoin they have to sell. This is the least you can buy, and this is all they have. So this account, this is an individual person's account at Bank of America. They only have $18 worth. This person has $77 worth. This person has $1,000. So it's interesting that the price goes up the more they've got. And again, these guys are trying to make a profit, okay? So Bitquick is just a service. They're the middleman that is holding everything in place so that nobody gets gypped, okay? $49, $622 available. So this would be a good one if you have a Wells Fargo in your area and you want $500 worth. That would be a good one to pick. Again, most of the time, Bank of America has the most accounts. So if you needed more than what some of these are, okay, so for example, if you go here, you see that this credit, to do a credit union today, you're going to pay $445 at the credit union, whereas Coinbase's account is $436. All right, so still not too bad of a difference. Okay, let's scroll down. Here's $449 if you wanted a chunk of 3,387. So the more the price is ascending as you go down. So it's not necessary to spend $455 for $85 worth when you can go up at the top and get it for less, right? So obviously you don't want to overspend, because when you get back to Coinbase, the value per coin that you're going to be disseminating to your fellow participants, this is the value of those Bitcoin. So you don't want to pay more if you don't have to. Like here you are, $460. Okay, so that's like, you know, not quite $30, $25 per each Bitcoin, which doesn't make that much difference when you're just buying one Bitcoin, but it does multiply a lot if you're going for, you know, $5,000 or $6,000 or $10,000, which is the maximum that you can deposit into MMM. So all that saying, when you find one that you like, say you have a credit union that's a shared credit union and you want $1,000. This would be a good one. So you click on that, and what you're going to see here is hidden information until you get down to till you've completed it. What you're doing here is you're putting a hold on this order. You're putting a hold on the Bitcoin that is there. So you're going to select your state. And I have to say the bad news is this is not available in New York. You type in your email, you type in your country code and your cell phone number, you send for the verification, and it will come in your phone, and you just type it in there. And I got it, and it's 6681. 6681. Verify the code. Now, if you wanted all that was in their account, all right, you would just leave it the way it is. If you want some different amount of this, you're going to calculate that. We're going to skip that for the moment. I'm just going to finish walking you through this. Then you put your Coinbase wallet in here. So you go back to Coinbase. You get your wallet. And you've got your primary wallet address that will open up here. You copy that. Go back to Bitquick. You paste it in there. You put in this code. And it doesn't look like anything there. It's very pale, but CGN63S. You read these terms here. This is only for cash. None of these other methods are accepted. You have you can only do 3 or more unpaid holds in a 72-hour time period. So once you click place hold, you're committed, and you have 3 hours to upload the proof of payment at the next screen that's going to come here. And it also is also in an email. All right, so once you've calculated the right amount of Bitcoin, which I'm going to show you next, then you just go ahead and click these 2 boxes here, one there, and you place the hold. Okay, I'm not going to do that because it's 8:40 on Saturday night, or Friday night, I think, New Year's Day. So I'm going to cancel this. I'm just going to go back to the order list. And because these videos are 15 minutes, I'm just going to go back here and see if I can help you figure this out. Actually, you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to go back to my list up in the front here. All right, so that was how to actually do that order. But first, we're going to go back to this part. So, once you've selected the amount and the lowest price account offering the amount you want, and you've noticed the prices and all that we just talked about. Now you take the amount you ended up with after you subtracted the 2%, and you divide that number. So if it was 9,998, say, you divide that number by the price per Bitcoin that you're going to pay at Bitquick. So Bitquick's price was $4.45. So you divide 4.45 by the number of Bitcoin. I'm sorry, yeah, you divide the 998 by the Bitcoin price, and that's going to give you the amount of Bitcoin you're going to get. So for example, 998 divided by 4.45 gives you 2.24 Bitcoin. All right, with many digits farther, but basically 2.24. Now, subtract, okay, take that amount. Let's see, I'm sorry, I lost my place. Okay, that gives you the amount of Bitcoin you'll receive. Then take that amount and multiply it by the Bitcoin value at Coinbase. So if Coinbase was charging $4.36, you'd multiply $4.36 by the number of Bitcoin you were going to get. So 2.24 times the Bitcoin at price at Coinbase. And so then what you're going to do is subtract that Coinbase value from the Bitcoin quick cost, and you'll see the net difference. That way you won't be surprised when you receive the Bitcoin in your Coinbase wallet. It will be lower than the Bitquick value because you did pay more for it. You paid more for it and you paid the 2% fee. So be aware that the more Bitcoin you buy at one time, the higher the price per Bitcoin will be, especially if you use the quick buy feature at the top of the homepage at Bitquick. These are private individuals who are trying to make a profit on their Bitcoin investment. Okay, so I think what's going to be needed is kind of more of a diagram with the numbers. So I'm going to go ahead and add it to this document, and maybe have to do a second video. I think I'll make a separate video about Coinbase. But I do love Coinbase. It's very clear and clean. When you want to send money, you're going to just come here and put the email address, the Bitcoin address in, the amount in Bitcoin. We send only in Bitcoin. And I always put provide help, capital P, capital H, the amount. And now I'm starting to include the order number from your details page in your provide help, so that you have a record, because here is the record of everything you're doing. And so there's the little note right here. So I've seen somebody else's that's very nice and clear, and I learned from that to make it even better than what I've been doing. All right, so I think what will help is kind of giving you some figures to see this with. But hopefully this has helped to see how the basic process is done. So I think I'm going to stop right here and just process this video, and then I'm going to work on that document that you can get a hold of. All right, talk to you soon.